What's up, YouTube? What's up, Raider Nation? It's your boy, Mr. Raider Kid 24 here. I want to bring you a quick recap of today's Week 8 game against the New York Jets, in which we won 34-20. What a game it was. In my preview video, in which didn't get uploaded, but if it would have, I would have talked about how this game was so important to win if we really want to make the playoffs and that wild card spot. Because it looks like Denver might take away with walk away with the division. They're at 6-0 right now. They're up against the Packers. They're not that good though. Anyways, yes, the Jets. They were above us in the standings. In the playoff hunt, they were the 6th seed, which is the last spot for the wild card. We were in the 7th seed. So this game was super important if we want to keep the control of playoffs in our own hands. And I'll get to the schedule in a minute. I really want to talk about that. So this Jets defense was ranked top in a lot of different categories, in which including pass rush, rushing defense, sacks, takeaways, everything. A lot of things you could think of. This Jets defense was up there. I thought the running game was exceptionally really well with Chris Ivory and Zach Stacy, and then along with Fitzpatrick and Marshall and Decker, who were seeming to connect and get a lot of yards, and they played really well against the Patriots, who are undefeated. But we came out swinging hard, swinging fast, and we did not stop. It felt like San Diego. That was a little dramatic. It felt like the San Diego game the week before, and I am super pleased with the way we played. Derek Carr, lights out, 333 yards. Latavius Murray, right off the bat, we did a lot of more running outside, since it is tough to go inside against the Jets D, and I think that's what we need to do more often. We need to run, develop those toss plays, those pitch plays, those outside runs, outside of the tackles instead of always in between the guards and tackles. We had a lot of good pickups. Murray's longest run was 26 yards. Cooper was kind of quiet today, but Crabtree had a day, 7 catches, over 100 yards and a touchdown. Andre Holmes had 2 catches when both were touchdowns. Charles Woodson had a pick. Fitzpatrick went out because of Woodson, because of a tackle early in the game, so Geno Smith came in, and someone tried to say that Geno Smith being in there was the reason why we were winning. But Geno Smith doesn't play defense for the New York Jets, so you can shut the hell up. And our offense rolled over this top-ranked defense. So this right here told you whether we were legit or not. This game was going to say, are the Raiders legit or are they phony? They're playing against a tough defense and a tough team, and we came out swinging and dominated pretty much this whole game. I thought we can do a lot better in the penalty section. The refs were missing calls, were giving us BS calls. That one play that Brandon Marshall had the slant route, he caught the ball, had possession, and went down and fumbled the ball. Definitely in Madden, that's a fumble. That was a fumble. You can look back at it. He had possession, he had control going down, and it drops right before his body touches the ground, pretty much, or his knees and up. It was a fumble, but they gave it us as an incomplete pass. PI calls, there was 2 of them I didn't like. One on DJ and one on Nico Thorpe were bullcrap. And I also thought we improved in keeping our foot on the pedal and just trying to finish the game, playing 4 quarters of football. Of course, it started looking like we were giving up again, or we're just slowing down. But the play calling was aggressive. We didn't execute it properly in order to make it look effective and have it be noteworthy. Geno Smith and them were starting to drive down. They had a touchdown. It was 13-34, I believe, at one point, in which that should have been the final score. This should have looked like a dominating blowout for the Raiders. But a 2-score game is still good. Our defense still played great, only allowing 17 rushing yards to Chris Ivory, 74 total. Geno Smith had a big 29-yard gain on a scramble. And he did have 200. He did get us on yards, So this whole Geno Smith, Ryan Fitzpatrick thing doesn't really matter, because Geno Smith still did tear us up. Excuse me. But what a game! I'm overall happy. I'm glad that we took care of business and we handled the Jets, and now we're in that 6th spot, and we're 4-3, still in 2nd place. Right now, I think we're just fighting for the wild card spot, unless the Broncos start dropping games like flies. I want to talk about the schedule real quick. I'm so happy. Game ball goes to Derek Carr. He was lights out, man. He was definitely lights out for us today. But I want to talk about the schedule, because next week we play the Pittsburgh Steelers, in which another team that we should and have to beat, not should, but we have to beat, if we really want to control our fate into the playoffs. If we lose this game, it's going to hurt a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be deciding whether we make it or not. Our schedule, in my opinion, still looks favorable. So we got the Steelers, Vikings, Lions, and Titans. So I'm going to stop right there. Those 4 next games, 3 of them are on the road. 1 is in Oakland. One team is 5-2, and the Steelers, I believe, are 4-4, I believe. And the Titans and Lions both only have 1 win a pop. Now, Steelers, we have their number at home. Le'Veon Bell is hurt. Big Ben didn't look amazing coming back off his injury. On the first drive, it did look good. They're still the Steelers, though. They still have Antonio Brown. The Minnesota Vikings, Teddy Bridgewater, I don't think he's better than Carr. I don't think the Vikings are that great. I think they're getting their wins. They're making plays, and they're skating by. But they're in Oakland, so that's important right there for that 5-2 team. Then we play the Lions and the Tennessee Titans. I love these 2 matchups. My only fear is that we're on the road. We're going far. We're going to the D, and we're going to Tennessee, the Music City. Those are big games because they're easy wins. They have to be easy wins. I shouldn't say easy win, but that's how I feel it could be. Then we play, let me go forward, we play KC, Denver, Green Bay, San Diego, KC. So that means we only have 1 other game that's not in the division, which is the Green Bay game, which I'm going to. Our other, 4 out of the 5 games are all divisional games. We already beat the Chargers, the Chiefs are bums, and we played really good against the Broncos, but we're in Denver. Our schedule looks really nice. We beat the Steelers, and we take care of these next 4 games. These next 4 games are the biggest ones, in my opinion, because it's really going to determine where we're at in Week 13 when we play the Kansas City Chiefs for the first time at home in Oakland in the O.co. I really like our chances right now. I really like where this team is heading. We're improving every week. We're looking more and more like a threat, and I'm just super excited to see what we got next week in store as we go on the road to Pittsburgh, to Heinz Field, and play the Steel City Steelers. That'd be a pretty cool, alternate name. Steel City Steelers. That's a tongue twister if you're stupid like me. Anyways, that's all the time I want to waste your time on today. That's what I think about today's game. It was a great game. And our schedule coming up. I really do want to break this game down more. I'll do it in another video later in the week. Let me know what you guys think below about today's game, our schedule. How do you rank it? Look at the schedule and tell me down below what do you think our record is, what games we can win and lose. We're halfway through the season. I want to know. Give me your input. I want to discuss. I really want to see what you guys think, where we can actually end up at the end of the season. Are we going to be in the wild card? Are we going to make the playoffs this year for the first time in fucking 13 years? It's crazy. That's all the time I want to spend on this today, yo. You guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday night. Have a great week. I'll see you in the middle of it, and we'll talk some more Raider football. But leave some comments below. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you're new here. Raider Nation, I'm Mr. Raider Kid. You guys, Raiders. Peace out.